Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are diving into the fascinating world of the internet. Have you ever wondered what happens when you type a website address? How do websites load so fast? And what keeps the internet running? Well, stick around because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how the internet works. We'll start with what is internet. Internet is a global connection. It is a massive network of computers, routers, and servers all communicating with each other. Internet uses both wired and wireless connections to send and receive data. Everything we do online, from browsing websites, sending emails, or watching video on social media or anywhere, runs on this interconnected system. These all things follow rules called protocols like TCP, IP, DNS, and HTTP, which we'll tell about these in a few minutes. There's a fact that no single company owns the internet. It's a decentralized system. What happens when we type a website address? For example, when we type a URL like www.google.com, here's what happens behind the scenes. Our browser contacts a DNS server to find the website's IP address. These requests travels through the internet's network of routers. The website servers receives our request and sends back the web page to us. When our browser gets these data, they display the page in seconds. A single web page request can travel thousands of miles in just milliseconds. Now I'll talk about DNS, which is the Internet's address book. What happens when the DNS gets the URL sent by our browser? So DNS stands for Domain Name Systems, and it converts website's name into IP address. Without DNS, we have to memorize long numbers instead of easy names. There are different types of DNS servers, like recursive resolver, which find the IP address recursively for us. Then we have root name server, which directs our request to the right place. Then we have TLD server, which is top level domain, which manages .com, .org, .net, .edu, .in for India or .uk for United Kingdom, etc. Then we have authoritative server, which provides the final IP address. The first DNS server was created in 1983. Now we'll talk about TCP and IP, how data travels. The internet relies on TCP/IP to send and receive information. TCP stands for Transmission Control Protocol, which breaks data into packets and reassembles them. For example, our file size is of 1 MB and each packet is of 2 KB. Then the TCP breaks down the 1 MB data files in 512 equal size packets and then sends to the destination. Then we have IP, Internet Protocols, which the TCP uses to route packet to the right destination. This IP protocol, that Internet Protocol, ensures reliable, fast and accurate data delivery. You know that there are large amount of data traveling at each router. So without any protocol, there must be a havoc at the router. But since each server or each browser follows a protocol which is internet protocol due to which we don't have any issue at the router. The first version of TCP/IP was developed way back in 1974. Now we'll talk about HTTP versus HTTPS. So HTTP refers to Hypertext Transfer Protocol, which sends and receives website data using the TCP/IP. So at HTTPS is secure HTTP, which encrypts data for safety. That means HTTPS is more secure than HTTP. Both HTTP and HTTPS follow the Internet Protocol of TCP. It uses the commands like get, post, put, delete to fetch and send information. If you are familiar with the web development, you know what is get, post, put and delete. So you can understand that HTTP and HTTPS use the same command there also. 95% of websites now use HTTPS as it is more secure than HTTP. How data moves from servers to us. When we type a URL and press enter, the request goes through our ISP, Internet Service Provider, whether you are connected to mobile data or Wi-Fi. Each have its own internet service provider. Then data is routed across the internet through switches and routers. The website server, when it receives our request, processes our request and sends data back to us. After which our browser reassembles the data into web page. A single web page consists of dozens of separate files like image, styles, code, HTML or CSS. So our browser need to reassemble all these to get our the ready web page which are shown on our screen. Now we'll talk about the medium through which our data travels. These are underwater cables and satellites which connects the internet. Did you know 99% of the internet traffic travels through undersea fiber optics cables? Satellite provides internet to remote locations like Starlink. Elon Musk is working very hard on Starlink. There are also fiber optic cables which send data almost at the speed of light. The first transatlantic cable was laid in 1858 for telegraph messages. Now we'll talk about servers, the internet storage unit. Server is a powerful computer that stores and serves website data. It processes our request and then sends back the right data to our device. Companies like Google, Facebook, and Amazon use huge data centers where a large number of computers and chips are used to store data. While small companies do not have their own data centers, but they rent uh, data centers from large companies like Google or Amazon. They basically use their servers. Google's data centers consume as much electricity as a small country. So, what happens when the internet goes down? We'll talk about this in the next slide. So, when the internet stops working, it's usually due to server downtime, which is the when the website is offline. Then we have DNS failure. Then the domain name can't be resolved. Hence, we can't reach the the right server. Then there is a cable damage in which the undersea or land cables get cut. Hence, our data can't travel. Then we have distributed denial of service attack, in which hackers overload websites with fake traffic and you can get wrong data. The fixes for this are we can restart our router, use an alternate DNS like Google's 8.8.8.8, or switch to some other mobile data networks. In 2011, a woman in Georgia accidentally cut a fiber cable and disrupted the internet for Armenia. What is the future of the internet? The future is faster and more smarter internet. The internet is constantly evolving. Here's what's the next. 5G and 6G. We have 5G and 6G, which are super fast wireless speeds. Then we have more satellites, which can provide internet everywhere. Then we have quantum internet, which is unhackable security. Today's internet has a lot of cybersecurity concern, but quantum internet can resolve this problem. Then we can have AI-powered network, which will be more smarter and will be optimizing. Elon Musk's Starlink project aims to provide high-speed internet worldwide with 42,000 satellites. Now you know how the internet works. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below if you have any questions. Stay tuned for more tech breakdowns and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.